Hey, welcome back. So the update happened yesterday, and now we're going to talk about all the serious bugs and problems going on, because there's actually quite a few. So the big problem is that the metals are all out of whack now. The metal system got a completely revamp yesterday in the update. So you'll notice that the rankings may be a little bit smaller. It's because typically metal awards are lower across the board. You can actually find people that give you 0 medals now. So you'll take a look at some of the medals here. Some players have actually gained medals in my game. Personally, I haven't seen a fault in the medal system, but a lot of people are, and you can see this is more common, like 50 and then getting like 30 or so. So do another random one. So you can see 46. And if you try and attack someone that has like an open base, you'll get typically 0 medals from them. And so the reason a lot of players' games are really messed up right now with the medal system is because of the open bases and them attacking stronger players that feigned to be weak and pretended to be, a weak base with an open base. And so with them attacking the open bases, they screwed up how strong the game thinks they are, and it hasn't reset itself yet. So that's a big downside of the open bases that were popular for the last month or two. And that screwed up the entire new metal system, because otherwise the metal system, in my opinion, works pretty well. It encourages you to move up the leaderboards. It encourages you to fight stronger opponents, because you actually will get better rewards. It encourages you to not farm weaker opponents, and allows you to not really cheat the system of attacking the same person over and over and over again, where you know you can guarantee get 100% win, unlike the straight or open bases. So here we'll search for one of my other accounts, and I should be getting like 0 medals on that account, because this account, Jason W, is way stronger than that one, and it also has a sort of straight base. So we're going to look at Bladestorm here. So you can see 0 medals, 0 trophies, and like no loot, 8,000. And rightfully so, because this is an extremely easy base for me to beat. Beating this is no challenge. It's no, no thought process needed. You shouldn't really get rewarded for beating something like this. The problem people are seeing, though, is that there's a player who's pretty much exactly the same level as me, and he attacks the same people roughly as me, and this target right here is only giving him like 23 medals or 25 medals. So you see, this person is actually giving me a lot more medals. The medals are actually increasing from yesterday. Yesterday he was only giving me 130 or so medals, but today he's giving me 193. So for me, someone who I didn't farm the open bases, I didn't go after super easy targets. I never did that stuff. My loot and my medals have actually improved for the most part across the board. The only way to actually fix the medals and the loots is to show the game that you're weak and to lose to people. But it's not happening overnight. It's taking, tens of hundreds of battles of losses to try and make the game realize you're not that strong. So it's a long process, and it has, in my opinion, it has to do with the fact that how many times you farmed that one player. So say Master E, since he's typically number 1, Master E opened up his base and did a straight base and gave away free loot for whatever reason, and you farmed him for 50 times or 100 times to get the free gold. Now your system says that you can beat Master E almost always, so he's no challenge. He's not going to give you any more loot, any more gold, nothing like that. And that means also any other players that are roughly around the same strength of Master E will not give you loot or gold, even though you never really beat Master E at his full strength. And so you may have been farming an open base that was like 1,000 trophies or 1,500 trophies, but they were really a like 3,500 trophy player. They were really a high level player that was just dropped down in the leaderboards because so many people were attacking them. So that is the big change. Like I said, you will probably see the tournaments shifting, and there will be a little bit lower scores throughout. And unfortunately, for some of the people that may have farmed open bases a few times or a lot, you will end up dropping down in the tournaments. You know, for people that are OCD about that, that's not actually a bad thing because you can win easier down in the lower tournaments. And you can set up, you know, like I just started a new account, and the bronze record is only 5,000 or 6,000 medals. So, like, you have a chance to set records there once your medals start readjusting themselves, and they should slowly over time. And then they're also better, in my opinion, because you can't constantly win the diamond tournament every 3 days. It's a lot harder to win those than it is to win the platinum or the silver or the gold tournament. Those typically only needed a few thousand of medals, whereas the diamond tournament almost always needed 10,000 medals to even become, you know, close to winning or win. So it's not the end of the world that you're losing your, you know, Diamond League status. You'll get back to it. It's very, very easy to get back to Diamond League. So that's just a minor setback. And they are working on the other big bug, which is the Facebook get food is not working. So you cannot invite, you can invite your friends, but they will not give you any food. And this, so you select it and you collect the reward, but the reward won't appear. So that is bugged right now as well. They are working on that, and they said they expect to see a fix today, hopefully. But they don't know if that fix will actually fix it or just screw something else up even worse. So that is, it's still up in the air. In the next couple days, that should be fixed. The medal system, I'm sure they're looking into it as of all the complaints that they're seeing about no medals. So that may be changed as well. But a lot of that has to do with the open bases and abuse for like that exploit that was popular, because you weren't typically supposed to, you know, farm an open base over and over again and get tons of free loot and tons of free medals. That just, it's not necessarily fair for everyone. The other big thing that has happened is let me see, what else? There's one other big thing that has happened. Oh, that is the fire shield and the poison shield has been nerfed. So these right here, for whatever reason, they have been adjusted down, and you'll actually will take a lot more damage in battle now from fire targets. So your old armor won't be as effective anymore. So you can see I have 3,200 or so fire. And then someone else has also pointed out that it appears that your hero has gotten a lot slower in this update as well. So even with the speed boots, they're saying that you still run, you know, a lot slower. And then definitely taking off your speed boots, you run a lot slower. So that I haven't been able to confirm. The developers have confirmed that the fire and the poison shields have got a huge nerf. So that's why you may be dying now towards easier opponents that you fought yesterday or the day before. You will take more damage from the targets. You'll take more damage from the units. You'll take more damage from the towers, because your armors are getting weaker, or got weaker, I should say. So that is the reasons. We don't know what they're doing, if they're going to change it at all or what. They did take away the glitch where the fire shield bugged out after like 3,000 or so. So you can equip yourself with more fire shield to compensate for that. But it is hard to get over 3,000. You need to have some legendary items. So there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. And they are working on it. They are listening. They did add some cool features that people did really want. There is a confirmation on the selling of items. So like right here, so if I go to sell the ring, there's this confirmation right here. Are you sure you really want to sell it? So this is a really nice feature where you can't accidentally sell a item. You have to go through 2 or 3 menus and say, I don't want the ring, so I will sell it. Something else that could have changed, and that might have, is they might have changed this, whereas before you used to accidentally click on it and then it would like automatically finish. They might have added a confirmation window. I don't know yet, and we will actually go ahead and test this right now. So they did not. They did not add a confirmation window to that. So still slow and steady. Hopefully they can add a confirmation window to that, just like they did the selling of the hero items. But yeah, be careful. Do not accidentally quickly upgrade your items, your spells, and your barricades, as that is still prone to mistakes and prone to misclicks. So those are the big news. If you guys have anything else that is buggy or weird, let me know, and I'll try and get that out to everyone else and let them know what's going on. But yeah, they are actively trying to fix the Facebook food invite. Windows Phone, I guess, still does not have the update, and that is currently because of Microsoft. So your anger at Flare Games isn't in the right direction. Microsoft is the one that is not allowing the update to appear. They're still reviewing it. They put in the update to them yesterday, just like they did with all the other operating systems, and Microsoft just hasn't either got around to reviewing it or doesn't like something that's in there, and they're saying that they want that taken out. So the review process with Microsoft is extremely long, it appears, and yeah, so if anything, complain to Microsoft and see what's going on with them. And they're also the reason why you can't have Facebook food invites on Microsoft. So Microsoft is a bitchy company in my opinion, and I've never liked Microsoft. So yeah.